everyone! Happy Thirsty Thursday!
That went live fast today.
It did go live fast. Maybe it's your new phone.
I know, my phone, and it's huge.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Paula's new phone is like, she called it the big screen TV phone. I'm gonna fix my camera here because it's once again just bugging me.
Okay.
But we have got a lot to talk about today.
We really do.
We are drinking a Marselan,
Mm-hmm.
which we both have never had before.
Ever.
We both have never had before, and Zach, if you are calling us out, she's never had it before either.
I haven't. You know, I think it's just one of those things I wouldn't have been familiar with on a wine list, and maybe would have avoided unless someone I was with would be like, "You like this," or if a server was telling me. So yeah, so I brought the information that you usually bring. Because we just got Courtney from the dentist.
I just got back from the dentist. I had a cavity, unfortunately. But we'll get it taken care
I mean, we said you had a sweet tooth.
of. I do.
Stella has joined us.
Stella has entered the chat.
Do you need to come up?
Stella!
Are you? I'm gonna go get her.
She's just, Stella the dog is just like in the corner, just peeking her little head out from behind the door, like, do you love me? I want to be loved.
You need to come in, Angel. Come in.
How is everyone's Thursday going? I can't believe that it's already almost the end of the week. It went really quick for me this week. But yeah, so today we're talking about the Marselan. We're also talking about 3 different wine kits that we have on sale. We have the Shiraz, the Chardonnay, and also Amarone, which I feel like Amarone, that's all we ever talk about because we loved it so much.
And I think we've had it. We've drank. Well, we
drank
it. We made it. We drank it. Yeah.
It was more like we bottled it, we made it, we drank it, we drank it, we drank it.
I continue to drink it.
There's still bottles left. That's the great thing.
I know, but I feel like I'm just kind of only drinking it a little bit at a time because it's gonna be gone.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm-hmm. We also have a big event to talk about.
We do, yeah. Stay tuned if you're in the local area. You're not going to want to miss.
And local meaning like within a couple hours. Even.
Yeah. So let's start with the Marselan, huh? Since that's what we're drinking.
I love it.
So cheers. I'm like, I don't know why.
Very carefully.
I was just trying not to scare
Stella
her.
Will probably just sleep through the whole thing.
It's pretty. It has a pretty
berries,
bold, like berry,
but it is bold
flavor. Yeah. It's not as berry forward as I thought it was going to be, based on the smell of it.
Yeah, because I smelled a lot of like maybe blackberries or.
Yeah, it's like very fruity for sure, but it doesn't come out in the smell. But it doesn't really come out in the taste as much.
And it's light.
Yeah, it's not big and bold like
a cab.
Not at all. And it's not.
But it is like a cab when you read about it.
It also doesn't it doesn't have a lot of tannin to it either. Like it's.
I think it's a little earthy.
A little, maybe.
I think it's got all the good merits of a Cab Sauv, but it's hushed a little bit.
Well, let's read why.
Okay.
A cross between Cabernet Sauvignon and Grenache, this relatively young French varietal displays the best characteristics of both of its parents. It's deeply colored with a powerful nose of jammy red and black fruits and spice. The palate delivers rich, ripe fruits, flavors of blackberry, plum, and blackcurrant with spicy notes, balanced acidity, and well-rounded tannins.
The balanced acidity. That's what you were referring to.
I think the acidity, it being so balanced helps to make that fruit. The fruit is still there. Don't get me wrong, but it's just not so much, so powerful.
Because we've had some Pinot Noirs that we've talked about on camera that have just been very, very, very berry forward.
Yeah.
And this isn't like that.
I like this.
But the berries are there.
I like this. I think it's pretty good.
I do too. I like it too. I would definitely add this to something depending on what I was ordering. Now, the irony of that is the recipe that they put with this LE kit is grilled lamb and fig skewers, and I don't ever order lamb.
I don't either, really. I think I'd probably have lamb maybe a couple times in my life.
I think maybe once in my life.
Is lamb what they normally put in gyros? I feel like that's normally...
I think it is.
Because, okay, so I've had it more than a couple times then, because I love gyros.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
But because it's got that very dominant flavor, that is why it's paired with it. And then the fig is going to give it a little bit of that sweetness, right?
I think so, yeah. I think that this is kind of like a version of like, what do we always say, a white wine that is like more subtle, and then the food is more like
bold. Right.
Yeah, I think this is kind of a red wine version of that. Obviously there are many different versions of red wine that are more subtle, but I think that this definitely falls into that category.
You definitely have to be a dry wine drinker. This is very dry.
Yeah, not sweet at all.
But it's quite wonderful. And I did grab it now that I'm one-handed, which is how I work part of the day. Thankfully, most of my job involves just a mouse.
Eventually, in the future, like in 5 years from now, there's just going to be people like you that it's going to evolve to the point where everyone just works like this.
Yes, because we have Stella.
Well, because think about it. All the people that have been working from home, there's got to be a lot of them that have pets similar to you.
Needy.
So... everyone's just gonna be like this on their big screen TV phones.
So,
here, let me help you out.
All right, I'll move this. Nope. You don't want to do that.
Don't wanna. It would be easier if my chair didn't turn.
So heavy.
Ooh. I'm strong too. All right, we got it. It's blocking.
It's taller than we are.
Here,
look at this. No, I love it because that shows you what you're getting.
Yeah, it's a big boy.
It is, and it's about 50 pounds.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So you've got the LE, and then it's an LE 21. I think I have 35 or 37 of them left in stock.
Wow. So we have quite a few.
We ordered a pallet of them. Now I have been noticing and I was wondering about these. I'm like, do other people know what a Marselan is? Like that I don't know. Obviously they do.
Yeah, because Paula, you said
I think we started with 50.
Okay.
I think we started with 50 and. Stella, are we trying to go night-night? What are we doing here? Yeah. Okay. But they're $138.99, and when you figure you're going to get 26 to 30 bottles, that's a heck of a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we do have them, and we're shipping them. But this is, I think, one of our newest ones.
It is a limited edition as well.
It is. I don't know what month it was. This was the latest one, wasn't
February,
it? Yeah, this was the February one that just came out.
So, and then they're pairing it with grilled lamb and fig. Yeah. So what's the recipe on that? Let's see. So you're going to make a fig glaze with some fig jam, fresh mint, vinegar, red wine vinegar, garlic, and cumin and black pepper. And then you will put that glaze on lamb and vegetables. So you're going to also have smoked or sweet paprika, cumin, salt, garlic, red wine vinegar, and olive oil again for the meat and the vegetables. And then eggplant and zucchini. You know, eggplant and zucchini, both of those, I feel like if you don't do them right, they're horrible.
Like mushy water?
Yeah, because we've cooked eggplant and zucchini several times in the past and we're like, this is horrible. But then one time we did it right, we followed the steps on the recipe and everything, and it came out so good. And this makes me want to do it again.
I like to use it on the grill.
Yeah.
And then it shows hummus with it too. So they're definitely turning this into a little bit of a Mediterranean kind of thing.
Yeah.
The recipe, which is fantastic. But the grape varietal is actually French, right?
Yeah, it's French. And I'm gonna stand up to put this in a different
I wasn't kidding you when I said, like when I watched them pick those up and pack them, like that box is no joke.
Yeah. You want to make sure you have a strong FedEx or UPS delivery.
Have a place for them to put that on your steps. Yes. Okay.
I have a friend that her apartment complex was just like redoing the sidewalk in front of her She lives on the second floor, but they were redoing the sidewalks. So for a while, she just had boards, like plywood boards to walk across to get to her apartment. And you would not want to put that kit on there.
No, that wouldn't work. That would not work at all. No, I highly recommend this, and I really feel so much more confident talking about it after having this. So, cheers to you guys.
Cheers. I also want to mention, we do have typically a coupon code every week for 10% off an item. This month, this week will be the only week that we're doing that. And then the rest of the month, we're just really going to try and promote the sales items, like the sales beer kits and wine kits that we have. We also do have one Vintner's Best Hibiscus wine base. Or do we not anymore? It's sold out. Oh man,
they're not on sale. I took them off the sale because they're gone.
It was here yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we don't have the wine base, but we do have beer kits and wine kits that are still in the sales section on our website.
Definitely more wine.
Someone says, "You guys are great. When's the next live tasting of a beer you brewed and have available as Big Brew Day is approaching?"
You guys read our minds.
Yeah, maybe we should talk about that next.
I think we do. I think we talk about that.
So briefly, before we talk about Big Brew Day, we do have 10% off single handle corny kegs this week only. They're refurbished single handle corner. Say that 3 times fast. Single handled corny kegs.
So when you get them, they could be a little beat up. They could have a sticker on them, but they have been pressure tested, and they often even still have some of the sanitizer in them to keep everything going. And we ship along a new set of O-rings, and we do recommend that you just change those O-rings out and you're good to go. But it's a good idea to get them this week when they're on sale, and you're also then getting ready for a Big Brew.
You can use code KEG at checkout to get 10% off now through Sunday. So let's talk about Big Brew.
You know, I got my hands full today.
So, we're really excited about Big Brew Day. So for those of you that may not know, the American Home Brewers Association has put on an annual Big Brew Day for
a long time.
I don't know exactly what...
I don't know when it started.
I don't know when it started either. I'm curious now. I'll have to look it up. But I want to say at least 20 years, 15 years. For a while.
That.
Yeah. Anyways, it's the first Saturday in May every year is Big Brew Day. And this year it falls on May 7th. And we're going to be having a Big Brew Day event here. And yesterday, Paul and I talked with Zach Slagle. He is the president of the Firelands Home Brew Club, about what we're doing for Big Brew Day, and we're really excited. Oh, someone says 1988.
Oh my gosh, it's been a minute. Yes. So the thing is, it's not like we're doing this and Firelands Brew Club is joining. We are doing this in tandem.
Together.
We are doing this together with Firelands Brew Club, Home Brew Club. So if you're not familiar, or if you're in the area and you're looking for a really great group of guys, what does it sell here? A really great group of guys that, do you need your dad? You're crying? You can go get your dad. That's great. Oh, okay. There you go, sister.
Bye.
Bye. She's on her way. Can she push the door? Push the door, sister. You got this. Okay. So it's a really great group of guys. They meet in Huron, Ohio. So if you're familiar with the area, I would think if you're, anywhere in a hour or so radius, yes, they meet in Huron, Ohio. They meet monthly. And if you're a member, you can go to their meetings, you get their newsletter. They are full of informative information at their meetings. It's a potluck meeting. They do competitions all the time, which is super cool. They do big brews together, and there's so much education. We were talking to Zach, and next month they're talking about IPAs. And when they're talking about IPAs, they're not talking about what we talk about on IPAs, like I like it or I don't like it. We're talking about the nuances of IPAs. So we are doing this Big Brew with the Firelands Home Brew Club. They are on Facebook. Did I say that?
So you didn't, but they are on Facebook.
So you could look them up. They it's Firelands Home Brew, all one word, club. And you can just kind of get a feel for all of the things that go on there. And it looks like a fun time.
One of the things that I thought was really interesting that Zach was talking about yesterday, as someone that's trying to make my palate more, like, have a better palate for tastings is he said that he basically, with beer, they have little vials of off flavors that you can have in your beer. And it's literally just a vial of that specific flavor that's not desirable. And what they do is they'll have their members at a meeting taste a beer that's without these flavors, and then they'll take the same beer and add a little drop of that flavoring so that they can taste these off flavors in their beer. And then they'll talk about, okay, you know, if you're experiencing this particular off flavor, then these are the steps to remedy that.
Or this is the issue that you're having.
Right. Mm-hmm. So it's a really good way to, you know, whether you're brand new to making beer or whether you've been doing it for a while, you know, there's always things that you can learn about how to improve your craft. So, and it's also just fun to get together and taste everyone's beers. They've been doing a lot of blind taste tests lately. Mm-hmm. And Zach was saying that, you know, sometimes the results are surprising. Some of the people that are, like, newer to brewing will produce some of the best beers, like a case that you never know. You just never know. You don't know. So, yeah. So
we are working with these guys, and Zach himself is going to run a class for us. So very soon, Courtney and I are going to get something up on our website where if you are new to brewing and you would like to take the class, it's going to be an all-grain class. So you need to have about 4.5, 5 hours open for that day.
In person at the store.
Yeah. You can come out. The class is going to start at 10 o'clock that day. On our website, you'll be able to sign up for it. It will cost $25 to be in the class, but that also gives you a free t-shirt, lunch that day, and a social membership to the Firelands Home Brew Club.
Which the social membership in itself is worth $25.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
It's a great value.
And you get to hang out with Zach.
Plus, the t-shirt that I made is really cool, if I do say so myself.
It is. Yeah, so that will be up on our website soon. I'm hoping by next week we'll be up and live that you can be signing up. If you're not comfortable signing up on the website, I will make sure that my customer representatives that you could call right in and get signed up. And then we're also going to have sign-ups at the store. Mm-hmm. So all of that will be up and running by next week. I just have to get everybody up to speed since we did the meeting last night.
Well, one of the major things, if anyone's involved with the AHA, please, they're typically for Big Brew Day, they put out 2 recipes, and one's an all-grain recipe, and one's an extract recipe, and one of our, I guess, challenges right now is we're waiting for them to put out the official recipes, so that we can kind of plan on our end what we're doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're excited.
Yeah, and then the homebrew guys that are already brewers, we're hoping that they're willing to come out and brew everywhere too. So when you're taking the class and learning how to brew, they're coming out and there's going to be all kinds of guys brewing, and you can talk to them and you can see their setups, because brewing is like cooking. You're all going to get out your pots and pans, but not one of them is going to look the same. Mm-hmm. And their methods are going to be different. And I just can't imagine the wealth of knowledge that's going to be out there that day.
Yeah, and I'd like to propose a challenge. If there's any ladies listening to our little spiel here, come on out, because I'd like to see more women represented in the home brewing world.
We probably have about a half a dozen to 10 women who come in the store regularly and brew regularly.
Yeah.
But bring it on.
Bring it on.
Bring it on.
We need more than just the 2 of us in here.
Yeah. I just can't wait. I'll be out there helping to run the place. And also, if you sign up for the class, and you will get hooked and you'll love it, but you'll get a percentage off of anything you want to buy that day in the store. So you get your discount, you get your free pizza, you get your shirt, you get a social membership, and you get an education.
And I don't know if we mentioned this already, but actually all the money from the event that we're doing that day is going back towards Firelands Home Brew Club. We're going to be donating any proceeds towards them. So this is really not an event for us. It's an event to get people into brewing and excited about brewing. People that have already been brewing, get them to the store, come out, have a good time.
Right.
Should be fun.
Yeah, that $25 is not going to us at all. So I'm looking forward to it. Now, if you are a brewer in the area, or you know a brewer in the area and they're not part of the Homebrew Club, they're welcome to come out and brew that day as well. You know, I want brewers. We're not going to be elitist in any way. You don't have to be a Firelands Homebrew Club member to brew with us. Come out and brew. Make it a big deal. We're going to do everything we can to make this a very fun day, full of people out there brewing. We have water supplies. If it rains, we've got an overhead. We've got a warehouse. If it's not raining, even better. We have a huge parking lot. We would love to have it be jam-packed full of people.
That'd be so fun.
Just brewing and talking and just having a good time, because it's an easy location to get to, and it's very accessible. And not to mention, if you forgot something, we happen to know where there's a homebrew store. How about that?
Cool. Yeah, so more information to follow on our website.
And as soon as we get the recipes, we're going to share them with you guys. We'll probably talk about Big Brew every day going up into, because it's only 2 months away.
Yeah, we're just as hyped as you to know what the recipes are.
I know, I can't wait. Because they've been all over the place.
Yeah, last year it was some sort of brown ale, I remember.
But it's gone from a stout to a Kolsch to, it's IPA, it's been everything.
What's your prediction for this year? Do you have any idea of what they...
I've lost my ability to predict anything.
You need a crystal ball.
Let's see here.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of wonder, I feel like milkshake IPAs are like becoming really popular. I kind of wonder if maybe they'll try for like a milkshake IPA.
And I was wondering if maybe they'd go like Hefeweizen or something like completely off the beaten track, because if something's, I go opposite. If something's already popular, I'd want to bring something back that wasn't.
That's a fair point.
And then, or they can play on something popular. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think that they're going to do anything too crazy, because they want it to be accessible to
and supply chain isn't the easiest thing at the moment. I know. Kept it obvious.
This story is like really far-fetched, but it will relate back to the point. So like, my friend said that when she was little, she went to this gas station and there was these stuffed animals, like this horses from the movie Spirit. And she was like, Mom, I want this horse. And her mom was like, no, you can buy those anywhere. And she was 4 years old, my friend was. And she's like, I have no idea, I must have heard it on the news, but she's like, you can't buy these in Afghanistan. And her mom was just like, I'm sorry, what? And we were crying, laughing over that. We're like, that's so funny. And I go, yeah, now 4-year-olds would be like, yeah, well, the supply chain.
The supply chain's a little has a hiccup.
The supply chain for stuffed animals. Can you imagine if
it is a little different dialogue, isn't it?
But it'd be pretty funny.
Oh my gosh. So, Thirsty Thursday, but look for the release. I'm sure you're going to put stuff in the newsletter too.
Stuff in the newsletter, stuff on the email, stuff on our social media, and then we're also going to reach out to the Sandusky Register and see if they'll put stuff in there. So share it. Share if you're interested, please share it with your friends and anyone that might be interested.
And if you're not sure about homebrewing, it's the perfect time to come out, spend an afternoon, get an education, get a t-shirt.
Because you don't have to do anything, or you don't have to bring anything. Like, you just show up.
It's cool, it's not cool. But also, Zach has said he will come in. So as soon as we know what recipes are coming out, we're going to get Zach in on a Thirsty Thursday, and he's going to talk about the recipe, because that's what he's going to brew that day. Mm-hmm. He'll be brewing whatever recipe comes out.
Yeah. And I think it'd be really fun to have him on a Thirsty Thursday. If you're interested in kegging and you want some really good information, go back in our lives and find the live that we did with Zach about kegging. Yeah. We tried 3 different home brews that he brought in, he talked about
him to drive that day.
Yeah,
no kidding. So let's show these kits though, because I want you guys to kind of see why we don't think that a coupon code after this week is even going to be necessary, because of the large amount of things that we're just kind of moving through. We're getting them in, moving them out, and we can't give you an exact, because just like you said, the hibiscus was on yesterday, it's not on today.
Yeah, that's crazy that we worked through that. But okay, so first we have our Chardonnay, and this is Chilean Chardonnay. It's an on premiere kit, and it is going to be an 8-week wine kit. So it's not quite as big as the wine expert, the LE. The LE, but it still like has some.
It's significant.
It's significant. That's my favorite thing that you say.
So what's the liters on that?
The liters?
It's a 14 liter, so it's 3.7 U.S. gallons in there.
And it makes 6 gallons of wine.
Right. So you're still not adding that much water to it. Now I have another on premiere that I wanted to talk about, and that's is that the Syrah or the Shiraz? Which one is it?
Shiraz, I believe.
Yep, Shiraz.
Yeah,
so the Australian Shiraz.
Every time you guys see
workout.
me get a kit, so like this chair moves, but then I'm also trying to move.
Twist and shout.
Twist and shout. I know that song. I'm
very
old
nice.
enough for that.
Thank you. You're killing me. I'm old.
I turned 26.
Yeah, so did my kid turn 25.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Nick.
Yeah, you guys are real close in birthdays. But we talked about this less than a year ago, the Shiraz, when we talked about
We did.
these.
Yeah.
And I can say less than a year ago because I lose track of time. But what a great one to get started, because with a red wine, you want a 6-month maturation. So if you want red wine next winter, you need to be making it now.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Like for people that are newer to home brewing, like you need a plan months in advance.
We need to plan our drinking accordingly.
I always see people like that are newer. They're like, oh yeah, so like if I get this kit, how long will it take? Like a week? And it's like, probably not.
No. No. So then this big guy I wanted to bring out too because it's a Cru Select. So we have the on premiere here.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to take a minute.
Even
without a puppy in my hand. It's like big. So this is the Amarone. And is this the same Amarone that we made? Or did we do the Cru International? Or...
Oh man, I cannot remember. I want to say it was this one.
I feel like it was. But it was awesome.
It was so good. I still love the Amarone so much.
Because this one actually has, I think, 16 liters of juice. And that
Does it really?
Yeah, it's bigger. Yeah, 16.
Yeah.
So it's 4.23 US gallons. So it's more juice, less water. Your ratio is there.
And
this had to be it.
And it's only a 6-week kit as well.
Yeah. It's
So,
a 6 or 8.
It's 6 weeks.
Okay.
The way that we can tell if it was the one that we brewed, and I don't want to open it up right now, but the one that we brewed had grape skins. Remember, it had grape skins and it had raisins.
It did.
In it.
It doesn't always say that stuff on the outside.
And it had oak, didn't it?
This one says
here we go.
Labels included.
So, dried grape skins.
This is the one.
Yeast. And then it just says some kits also include, but I think this one included it.
Incredible.
So
Probably
good.
one of my favorite ones that we've made.
So if you haven't had an Amarone, I would describe it as definitely towards the sweeter side of red wines, I think.
I don't.
Really?
I think
it has
more full of berries, a softer tone.
I think it's sweeter. I don't know. Now I want to drink some more of it.
No, I do. I always want to drink more
I'm
of
not
it.
saying like super sweet. I'm not.
But you're saying like off dry.
Yeah.
I'm saying that so many of the ones that I ask you to drink are on the super dry side.
Right. So
that this is traditional dry.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
fair.
I'm gonna fess up to the fact that since I've been the one feeding her palate, it's been what I like, which is on the continuum.
So now I'm like, this is so sweet.
And it's just dry.
Yeah. Definitely a really good one to try.
So you're gonna find all of these in the sales section of homebrewohio.com, and I'm putting things on and taking things off daily. In the afternoon before I go home, I just run my reports and decide what I'm going to leave on or what I'm going to put in.
Mm-hmm. Based on who's bought what.
Yep.
So get it while you can. We have a lot of kits on there, though. Especially wine kits.
I did go crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of wine kits on there. So if you're
I think only 2 or 3 beer kits left on there.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys have gobbled the beer kits up. I haven't had a chance to take them up.
Why not?
You know, usually I can take them in and out. No in and out. You guys, if they are in, they're gone.
Yeah.
I think, though, I have a couple sours and maybe the grapefruit IPA right now. as far as beer kits go on this sale.
I want to make more of those sours.
You do really enjoy the sour, don't you?
Yeah, because, like, well, okay, the first sip of that sour that I had was, it hit you.
Are we talking about the pineapple one?
The pineapple sour, it hits you, and then the second or third sip, you're like, okay, it's kind of... Then, as you keep drinking it, it just tastes... It doesn't taste so sour anymore.
I had a face like I hated it, and then by the end, I finished it.
Yeah, I know. It's weird how that works, huh? It's like, you just, like, gotta dip your toe in, or...
Well, I wasn't ready.
Story
of my life. I wasn't ready.
Is anyone really ever ready for anything?
I'm ready for Big Brew Day.
I'm ready for Big Brew Day, too. Yeah,
I'm ready for something fun.
I'm ready for warm weather.
I know, so everybody, it's got to be good weather. So it is actually the same weekend as Mother's Day weekend.
Oh, is it?
So it is. So that's a fun activity on Saturday.
Bring your mom out.
You know what? Everybody can brew.
That would be so fun.
It'd be a fun time. Get a t-shirt, hang out, learn how to brew some beer.
Okay, so initially coming in to work at a homebrew shop, I'm gonna be honest, like, I didn't understand the pull of homebrewing at all. I was like, I'm here and I'll help do this thing, and I have no interest in it, but, you know, to each their own. And as I've really only brewed a handful of times, but, like, every time I go to do it, it's actually so fun. I don't understand why, but it's actually so fun. I think it's creative. It's very social, too.
It is social.
Well, and you can make it as creative or as uncreative as you want. I mean... talking to Jim with his mimicking Belgian water profiles.
That's incredible.
That's pretty creative.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. But if you're also not a details person, you can be like, here's my kit. I'm going to dump some stuff in, and at the end, I'm going to have some pretty good beer. You know? So, yeah.
Well, it sounds like it's getting wild. Can you hear the I don't know what's going on in the hallway.
The rampage of the dogs. Yesterday when I came into work, let's see, what's the name of the red? Sorry, I missed it. Somebody said.
The red we're drinking?
The red we're drinking is Marselan.
Which is a brand new limited edition kit. It's fantastic. $138.99, and it will give you incredible results. The other red we talked about was a Amarone, and that's the one that's in the sale catalog. And then we have a Shiraz as well. But we are drinking the Marselan, and apparently someone around here really likes it.
I liked it. I thought it was good. Notice how I put that in the past tense. I thought it was good because it's gone now.
It was good. I have to get another. I brought spaghetti with a red sauce today for lunch, so
you gotta get another
believe
glass.
It will be paired.
That actually would be so good.
Be fantastic.
Dang it! I brought a salad. I'm so jealous now.
Tom made dinner last night, so I have leftovers.
Oh, that's cool. All right, well, happy Thirsty Thursday, everyone. I think we're gonna
head out.
We're gonna
do some work, even though we would rather just drink with you.
We much rather would just drink with you. And then next Thursday, we'll be on to talk about another one of our sale kits. So just kind of stay tuned. Your guess is as good as ours for what it's going to be.
Depends on what I leave on sale.
So basically what I'm saying is don't buy us completely out of sale items.
Or do, and I'll put more in. You know.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. All right. Thanks.
And hopefully we'll know what recipe we're going to do on Big Brew.
That'd be cool.
That would be super cool.
That'd be cool.